They drove us into the desert to die under the sun, but our bones still speak. They cry out to the sand, asking, will the world ever listen? Long before the Holocaust, before World War I or II, there was a genocide the world rarely speaks of. Not in Europe, not in Asia, but in Africa. In the dry plains of what is now Namibia, two proud peoples, the Herero and the Nama, lived off the land, raising cattle, telling stories, under starlit skies, and honoring ancestors whose spirits lived in the wind. Then came the Germans. They came with steel, with greed, and with orders. They said the land now belonged to the Kaiser. And when the Herero resisted, they were marked for extinction. In 1904, the Herero people, tired of abuse, rape, and stolen land, rebelled against the German colonies. The German Empire responded with brutal force. But worse, it responded with intention. General Lothar von Trotha, a man known for cruelty, was sent to crush the rebellion. And on October 2nd, 1904, he issued one of the most horrifying orders in colonial history. Every Herero found within the German border, armed or unarmed, with or without cattle, will be shot. I will no longer accept women or children either. They must return or die. This was no longer war. This was genocide. The Herero were driven into the Omaheke Desert, thousands of men, women, and children. The Germans poisoned the wells. They shot anyone who returned for water. The sun scorched their skin. Starvation tore their strength, and the wind buried the bodies. Over 80% of the Herero population vanished, and the Nama, who also resisted, soon faced the same fate. Entire families were forced into concentration camps, worked to death on railroads and mines. Some were beheaded, their skulls shipped to Germany for racist research. This was not accidental cruelty, it was organized, systematic, cold-blooded extermination. For decades, the world said little. Germany never truly acknowledged it, until over a century later in 2021, when it finally called it genocide. But even then, many Namibians asked, where is the justice? Where is the land? Where are our ancestors' remains? Today, Namibia still holds the echoes of those cries. In the desert, the bone still suffers. They refuse to be forgotten. The Herero and Nama genocide was the first genocide of the 20th century, a blueprint for horrors that would follow. But these weren't numbers. They were people with names, with dreams, with stories that now live only in whispers, songs, and graves marked by nothing but wind. You try to erase us, they seem to say, but we are the sand now, and the sand remembers.